But we can go ahead and start the conversation anyway, because it wasn't even really a lot going on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I feel like Love and Hip Hop Atlanta playing in our face. They want to act like this is the first time people have accused them of having, fake storylines. It's not. People have been accusing the show of being fake for quite a while now, Brian. And to tell you the truth, some of these storylines really do feel fake to me. And I'll tell you which ones feel fake. Okay, so Amy and Mozzie are back together. I don't approve this message. I don't approve this message because I feel like Mozzie has not learned his lesson. He is probably going to attempt to cheat better, is what I'm going to assume, or to cheat few and far in between. But do I really feel like Amy should have gotten back with Mozzie? No, girl, I don't believe that. I don't think that was smart, because essentially I feel like that man was always there to use her. Even when she did not have all of the things that she has now, I still feel like that man was there to use her, because he comes off like a fucking user, like an opportunist, like a manipulative nigga trying to get you hooked on dick juice so that you can be out here paying bills and supporting him and giving him in-house coochie and figuring out a way for him to live comfortably off your back. That's what it feels like to me, girl. I'm going to just go ahead and keep it a buck with you. So for her to get back with him, I was just like, okay. No one is happy about it. Her family nor chaotic. Mozzie had to come and pick her up. Wait, hold up. Mozzie had to come and had to come and pick her up because she was playing tennis. Girl, seriously? You really want me to believe that Amy and Chaotic was playing tennis? That's what y'all want me to go with? Girl, that's so fucking fake. I was just like, really? You want me to believe that these two black people, you really want me to believe that they was playing tennis and that's what they gonna meet up today? And Mozzie, her boyfriend, gonna come and pick her up from playing tennis with her good Judy Chaotic, who she every once in a while rub her ass on his dick. Girl, what? I just don't believe some of this. I don't believe some of this. And that's because it don't make sense in real life. But either way, Mozzie wanted Chaotic to know that all that babe boo stuff is over. And Chaotic was acting like, so that's what you gonna do? Okay, after he left you down bad and I had your back, but you gonna be up with him now, huh? That's your dude now, huh? I was just like, did he have to lay on the ground? Did he have to lay on the ground? Like, we couldn't have done a different thing. We had to lay on the ground. I was just like, the dramatics makes me believe it's even more fake. Fake, 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 fake. Scrappy is having his divorce party this episode, and Mama D is too interested in the fact that Diamond and Scrappy are fucking. Mama D is always too interested in any and everybody that Scrappy is fucking. Like, it's really problematic, Mama D. We really want you to go talk to a psychologist. We want you to go talk to a fucking therapist and figure out why it is you are so deeply interested and invested in who your son is having sex with. Like, what are you getting out of it, mommy? Let me know. What are you getting out of it, mommy? Because it's really disgusting. It's really disgusting how much you be all in the business with your son as if you are living vicariously through his penis. Like, Mama D, just go get a girlfriend. It's okay, Mama D. If you want to go be with a woman, go be with a woman. But you do not have to do this fake pimp shit. And you do not have to be all up in between your son and whatever woman he giving a dick to. You do not have to be all in people's business like that. Girl, go get your own dick. Like, make it make sense for everyone involved, because it doesn't. It needs to come to an end, Mama D. And it needs to be disrupted. Yeah, Mama D. It needs to be over. Like, we need you to stop. Because this shit is gross at this point, as far as I'm concerned. The way she be like talking to him about it, like she be whispering and, all close and everything. And yeah, what happened? Oh, and that's what y'all, yeah. Like, you getting too much enjoyment out of it. He's your son, not your homeboy, bitch. You want to be a nigga so bad. You want to be a nigga so bad, Mama D, and it's really disgusting. It's really gross. Oh my God. I want her to hang it up. Then she was dressed like fucking Iceberg Slim. Girl, she was dressed like when Snoop Dogg had got killed in that movie in the 70s and came back. Y'all remember that? She was dressed like that. I was like, bitch, are you a pimp? Are you a pimp from the 70s, bitch? What year are we in? I don't like none of it. I just don't like none of it, y'all. I'm sorry. But Mama D does too much. And I don't like her for it anymore. I just don't. Rennie and Spice go to yoga so that they can discuss how her baby daddy is back in the picture, but it's awkward. He apologizes to Rennie for not being around, giving her attitude when she was really holding it down and making sure that their children was coming up right. Meanwhile, he was somewhere doing whatever the fuck he wanted to do, being real unconcerned with his children. But he was giving Rennie hell at the same time. So now he won't come give her a little scraggly ass apology for that. And she gonna accept it. Girl, I guess these niggas is something else. Something else. Eric and Jock talk about 1501. Erica and Jock talk about 1501 and how they wasn't spending no money and she dissed them. Then they said that she owed them money. And so now she beefing with Carly, 1501, and Jock just wants her to calm down. Jock want her to chill out. Jock want her to keep her eye on the prize. Okay? He wants her to focus on the music and stop being messy on the motherfucking internet. But see, Erica Banks is self-sabotaging. Erica Banks has a stank-ass disposition, a delusional mindset, and a penis inside of her. She's male-censored. And that's why you have to be self-censored, women. You have to be self-censored. These niggas are self-censored. You have to be self-censored. You do. You have to decensor the dick and recensor yourself and be self-centered. You do. You have to put yourself in the middle of the situation. You have to move based on what you need, want, feel. You need to be moving from a space of where you're at with it, not where you think this nigga gonna be at with it. And that was Erica Banks' mistake. You signed to 1501, ignoring the Meg Thee Stallion situation. Decided to get a battery inserted into your back, got on the internet, was in songs caping for these niggas. And now, what have they done? The same thing to you that they did to Meg? Now you done got out. You independent, just like Meg is. And now they talking about you owe them money. Now you beefing with Carly about it. And listen, that's what everybody do on Love and Hip Hop. They come on here, they beef with Carly. Girl, it's par for the course. Nobody's bothered. Jock, is that your role? Voice of reason? Okay. Jock sees Scrappy's divorce party as celebrating a loss. Okay? And I really feel like, Jock, the only reason you feel like that is because you're honest enough to admit that as you're getting older, you want a woman. Men need a woman. They need a woman in the house that's going to really love them and take care of them and excuse all their bad behavior and hold them down until they die. That's what a lot of men want, and they want other men to have that as well. And Scrappy is so full of himself that he will cut his own nose off to spite his face. He wants to be right. As a man, he cares more about the misogyny of it all, men being on top and men being able to dictate to women and men being on top of women. That is how Scrappy wants it to be. That's how he needs it to be. And that's all he cares about. You can tell based on how he runs through people's comments. And I've been telling y'all this for a minute. And Amanda said that's the reason why she had to block his ass. And I'm going to pull up her video because I'm a member of her Patreon. So we're going to watch her video before we get to Love and Hip Hop Miami. Okay. All right. That's just for us. He's misogynistic. And it's very disgusting. Every conversation he has is men versus women. Even on the episode when he was cooking breakfast for Diamond in the kitchen and the little dog was about to follow Diamond to the bedroom and he said, "Don't you follow her. I'm the one that feeds you." You turn everything into a competition. You turn everything into me versus y'all type of situation. And it's giving narc. And you keep calling Bambi that. But honestly, I feel like you're just regurgitating what you've heard women say about men. You just regurgitate that about Bambi because that's what Bambi has said about you. It's not because you actually looked it up, know what it means, have done some research. We know you niggas. We know y'all like to go and look up words and listen to therapists and listen to people talk about narcissists so that you can flip it and make it seem as if you understand something that your dumb ass really don't understand. You don't. You don't. It's weird because it's as if you think we can't see how dumb you are. It's as if you can't see that we can hear how stupid you sound. We're not falling for it, Scrap. And you just keep digging yourself deeper in a hole, deeper in a hole. But that's okay because there'll always be some thirsty for dick ass bitch that's going to come to your rescue. You'll always have a warm bed in somebody's coochie to float into, to run to seek refuge in. You'll always have some woman's pussy to go and dive into to forget about all of your woes. Meanwhile, you on the internet talking about how women ain't shit. Especially not when they're not allowing you access to them so you can continue to abuse them. And I'm not saying physically, but the way he handles Bam, like y'all been divorced for a minute now and you continue to make comments and interviews and show just how much of a bitter Betty bitch you are behind the fact that lady refused to stay with you. That's what you're really mad about. You're not mad about anything that was going on in that relationship. And you can lie to Diamond and everybody else talking about, oh, the relationship was so bad. It was so bad. No, it wasn't. It wasn't that bad. It was only bad on her side because you weren't helping her. She complained. That's what upset you. Then you decided to go and fuck on and cheat with a emaciated looking ass Diamond. She caught you and you were mad that she wasn't staying with you. You felt like you cheating with your ex-girlfriend wasn't a big enough issue for her to leave you for. That's what you were saying. Meanwhile, you're not even paying the fucking bills at the house because you want her to get kicked out because she's not doing what you want her to do, which is pour all of her love and affection onto you and neglect her 3 children that you impregnated her with. Complaining about the fact that Bambi wasn't giving you all the love. Bambi got 3 small children under the age of 6, my nigga. How about you help instead of complaining about what you're not getting anymore? Because now she has 3 mouths to feed that literally can't feed themselves. You going out bad. It don't matter how attractive you are. This attitude, this mentality, this mindset, this energy that you're putting forth, the misogynoir is unattractive, disgusting. You might as well be a broke, small, stank breath, lil dick, fat, hairy nigga for all I care. Talking about a curve in your dick. Oh, Lord. Erica asked Chaotic about what he was doing with Amy in the Bahamas. Why it matter, bitch? You ain't gonna stop fucking with him. You knew he was dipping into Amy when you was trying to, made a best woman win the situation. Don't get mad now. Don't worry about it now, bitch. I just hope you wasn't having unprotected sex with him. But you were. Girl, bye. Oh, Lord. You cannot convince me that Scrappy and Mama D didn't have some hold up. Didn't have some keep the line pure shit going on. Definitely emotional incest. Covert. I think that's what it's called. Covert incest. He tried to hurt Bambi about Amanda Seales, but they laughed at it. Wasn't he complaining about Erica being cold to him in season 1? It sounds like it's you. It sounds like it's you, Eric. You mean, Scrappy's real name is Daryl, if that's what you meant. But anyways, Keisha. Keisha is Yandy's cousin, who she likes to call her sister, because y'all know how Yandy like to act like people is more than what they are to her. Like when she acted like Mendices with her husband when he wasn't. Girl, nigga, that was your baby daddy. That was your baby daddy, girl. Judy wasn't lying. Okay. But anyway, cousin Keisha wants Yandy to give her her eggs so that she can have a baby from their bloodline, from their DNA, even though she cannot have her own baby. She thought she would be able to carry, but then she found out that she has endometriosis and she can't carry the baby. So this is going to confuse Mendices and his little bitty brain even more so. It's funny how a nigga could figure out how to sell cocaine in a district and be successful at it. You can figure out how to get out of a RICO charge, but you can't seem to digest the idea that one can take eggs out of one, put them in another, and have a baby, and it would not be yours. You do understand the only thing that makes a baby yours is your semen, or you agreeing to raise a child as your own. Those are the only things that make you the father, Mendices, that make you in some ownership of the egg or the child. Like, it's really weird that you feel like just because Yandy's body is producing eggs, they belong to you. Then she makes a picnic at a construction site to convince him to allow her to do this. Then they go to the doctor, and Keisha basically just acts as if he's already allowed for it to take place. So she's just thanking him and crying and, just really pouring it on so he'll know how hard this has been for her. And honestly, Yandy cleared it up real simple for me. Do you feel like she would do this for us if it was us that needed it? And when he could not say no, that was when the conversation needed to be over for me. But I personally feel like this shouldn't have even been a conversation for Mendices. Like, it has nothing to do with you. You're not going to end up having to do anything anyway. So what difference does it make? Just act like you in jail. Like, it has nothing to do with you. In my opinion, like, it's not going to cost him anything. Like, Yandy is the one that's making money, so Yandy will figure it out. You're not going to lose anything, and you're not going to be more responsible for this child. Like, she's not going to turn around and put y'all on child support or anything. She's helping raise y'all kids. This is y'all family. But I also don't think this storyline is real. I don't think it's real. I think it's fake. Either way, we're gonna continue to act like, Mendici should have, the last say on whether Yandy gives a surrogate egg so that Keisha can have a baby. Even though I was kind of on Mendici's side, well, why can't she just adopt? Because I do feel like, I understand wanting to have a child from your DNA, but is that really about loving a child? Or is that about you feeling like you created a mini me? Which one is it? Because there's a lot of ego in why people want to have children. And listen, do your thing. I don't care, because I would want to have a child that was from my DNA as well. So I get it, but I also feel like if it's something one wants so desperately, there are so many children out there that do need a mother, that do need a family, that would, really I feel like benefit from being in their family. But to me, it's just crazy for Mendices to even take this viewpoint, because it's just kind of like, dude, the lady's helping raise your children. The child that she has would just be a part of y'all's family, and you still wouldn't be more responsible for another child. So what difference does it make? Like, it's crazy to me that he made such a big deal out of it. But again, I think it's for a storyline. I don't believe anything with Yandy and Mendices usually. So Spice gives back and brings Rennie, Shekinah, and Sierra to Belize so that she can give school supplies to the kids. And then they go get blessed by a shaman. And the shaman told Spice that she stresses herself up when she continues to act as if her life is in danger every day, crying every morning, raising her fucking pressure because she might die from the elective surgeries that has caused her to have hernias. Yeah, she can act like it's from something else, but I believe she has hernias because she went and got that fucking surgery, which she did not need. That's what I believe. Okay. They also discussed having abortions when they were on the ride somewhere. And Shekinah tells us that her family made her have an abortion when she was 15 years old, even though she didn't want to. And she does resent them for that. She has a lot of anger inside of her. And she got pregnant when she was 24. She didn't really want to talk about it. And Spice annoyed me because Spice, talk about it. This is the time to talk about it. No, Shekinah, talk about it. That really annoyed me that she did that to her, because just because this is the time for everybody to be relaxed, releasing and shit, I may not want to relate in that way right now. I may not be ready for that. And it's not up to you when I share things of that sensitive nature. Like, it's not up to you. And so once again, Spice is working on my fucking nerves. Rennie Rucci ends up getting sick in the car. We don't know what's going on, but she got a hole in her liver and she got the shakes. Somebody pray for the girl. Scrappy takes Erica ziplining to show that he is willing to risk it all for, you dig? Even though they ain't really dating. I mean, they not really together. Like, I don't know what the fuck going on. They talk about how Bam hung the phone up on Mama D and how, Mama D is such a great grandmother. Erica, you didn't always feel like that about Mama D. It took a while after you broke up with Scrappy for you and Mama D to get on a good page. And no matter how much history is repeating itself with Bambi, it's almost like you have this willful ignorance to continue to act as if it's all Bambi. It's not Mama D acting like an asshole. It's not Mama D on the internet every day saying all kinds of outlandish, crazy shit about Bambi, saying she lies about her age and she lied about who she is and she was doing this and doing that. Like you said, you brought up the Benzino thing again. You was online almost every fucking day, every week, talking shit about Bambi, and you mad. Y'all acting like Bambi is the immature one because she hung up the phone on that crazy ass old lady that is the cause of all of this bullshit, along with Scrappy's preacher daddy that's never around. Okay. Then we see after he finished ziplining with Erica, we see him making breakfast for Diamond. And this is when things got confusing because he says he's not dating her or Erica. He's just living. Sir, you are in fact dating Erica and you are dating Diamond. If you are going on dates and fucking them, you are dating them. You may not be in a monogamous committed relationship, but you don't need to be. You really should be single, Scrappy. You don't need to belong to just one woman. You don't. Because you require too much fucking validation and energy. You need to spread yourself out amongst some bitches. But the bitches need to know about it and they need to agree to it. So since Erica and Diamond are agreeing to be a part of your harem, girl, congratulations. Congratulations. You got exactly what you wanted. You got exactly what you wanted. You have a harem of women who you can go and fuck and spend time with and extract resources and energy from whenever you see fit. You can go over there and fuck up their house and then leave her house and go to her house and fuck up her house. And then you can go home for a little while and then you can go back to this one and then back to that one. Okay, that's all you gotta do. Just remain single. Tell them you're not ready yet. Diamond must have got upset because I saw this morning Diamond was doing another fucking interview talking about Scrappy. And I'm just like, ma'am, you're not a baby mama or ex-wife and you talking more than everybody. I guess she really thought that all that work she was putting in when she wasn't cheating with Scrappy, that year that she was talking to him and being his help, being his therapist and all of that, that whole year that you was doing all of that, I guess you thought that meant that he was going to want to be with you exclusively once he left his wife. Now you on the internet looking stupid and not just about the wig, not just about the wardrobe, but looking dumb because you really thought this whole ass nigga was going to treat you better than his wife. And I keep trying to tell y'all that nigga is on the internet talking about Bambi today because he's still in love with Bambi. Swearing up and down he got peace and he's so happy, but he keep talking about her. First, he on the internet talking about he's going to act as if he never married her. She's not his first wife anymore. Whoever he marries next, that's his first wife. Oh, is that going to be Erica? Because we saw y'all were at the game together. So is that going to be Erica? Are you now going to act like she's not just the first baby mama? Are we going to try to rewrite history and upgrade her to wife number one and baby mama number one? Child, that's not how any of this works. You had to get a full fucking divorce from Bambi. Y'all was married for more than 3 years, sir. And that lady had 3 children with you. Please, you're hurt. And that's why you want to act like that relationship never happened. That's how y'all niggas get whenever women decide to choose themselves. Y'all want to act like the women never loved y'all at all just because they won't continue to be disrespected, disregarded, and left for dead at the house while you in the fucking streets texting on a emaciated boy-like body Diamond. Go to hell. And then when that doesn't work, when you're not upsetting her, when you're not getting to her, when she's still over there minding her fucking business and moving on with her life and coming out with books and shit, You want to then get on to the internet and tell us that she didn't even know that Amanda had fucked her husband. Well, first of all, you weren't her husband yet. Second of all, Amanda did tell her during the interview. All of us that actually watched the full interview know that Amanda did tell Bambi that she used to fuck with Scrappy back in the day. And they laughed about it then. And then Bambi posted a picture with the little kiss emoji of Amanda Seales either last night or this morning to let everybody know that she don't have a problem with Amanda. It seems to me that you really wanted those girls to growl over you. Just like Diamond and Erica were doing on the internet when you were going through your divorce from Bambi. They were on the internet arguing with Bambi, even though Bambi wasn't even really responding like that during that time. Yeah, it seems like you really enjoy women fighting over you. Women can never have any camaraderie for themselves, and for women, they can never be down for another woman and not be worried about your dick. Oh no, they have to be worrying about you. You're a fucking narc, or you have the tendency, Scrappy, but you're not going to flip that on Bam and act like it's her. No, my nigga, it's you. Because you want everything to be about you. You want everybody to be defending you. You want everybody to be on your side. You want everybody to ignore what you've said and what you've done because it shouldn't be that big of a deal. But yet your own friends can't even keep it real with you. Jock was scared to tell you that he didn't want to rejoice in your divorce because he knew deep down that's not really what you wanted, and that was a fucking loss. But you wanted Bambi to kiss your ass and raise them 3 kids by herself at the same time. Just because you show up ever so often don't mean she wasn't doing most of the heavy lifting by herself, especially when you were out on the road. I'm done reading his ass. Let me pull up Amanda's video. But I'm done. I'm done. Ooh, baby love, my baby love. Oh, how I need your love. Okay. Hold up, we're rolling up the Amanda. And we're rolling up.
Information sharing, community building.
This
former rapper, now reality show cast member, threw my name out in a podcast. I thought to myself, is this something I even want to address? I want y'all to know, though, that the comments that you left under the Hollywood Unlocked post, here are 2 of them that deserve Emmy Awards, Grammy Awards, and NAACP Image Awards. Is it that men these days have such a proclivity to talk like sassy teenage girls? Just yippity yaps. Just me. What is that? Y'all don't got nothing else to talk about? Weird. Bambi, his ex-wife, reached out to me and said, I would like to tell my story, and I would like to do so on a sophisticated platform, and I would like to do it on your platform. Have you watched it yet? Have you? Because we ganged up. Well, we didn't gang up. We joined forces.
Yeah, we joined forces. As we should.
Yes, this is like.
And to be clear, they really did, I feel like, go real light on him. They didn't go in on him. Bambi didn't say he cheated on her. She didn't say he abused her, any of that. She just said that he wanted all of the attention on him. He needed constant validation, and she had to take care of their kids and couldn't give him all of that extra validation that he needed. And we know he needs the extra validation because Mama D did not give him the emotional support he needed as a child. And because he cannot go to therapy and figure it the fuck out on his own, he's going to try to suck it from the women that he's in relationships with.
Side effects of divorce, featuring your girl Bambi right here, keeping it real. And really, you know what? Keeping it real high vibrational.
Yeah, for sure. I hope you guys catch the high vibes for real and not the small doses of the low vibes.
Yes, we're sophisticated. It's just unfortunate that Daryl Richardson.
Addie's got a man at home. Scrappy's really mad.
Is at a place in his life where he feels that this is the only thing that really is going to bring attention to him. You know, to pluck the names of 2 women that he has known out of the ether and present them in a just nasty, nefarious fashion. Even though he tried to say like, oh, I support her. No, you don't. I literally took you off of my Instagram and blocked you after telling you that I had grown tired of your consistent chauvinistic insertions into the conversations that were happening on my page. His inability to rise to a high vibration and literally always bring the conversation down with just depraved points of views was something I just couldn't stomach anymore. And I told him this. I'm a teller, okay? I will tell you.
And I told y'all that he had been doing that. Not in her, I hadn't seen it in her comments, but Hollywood Unlocked, The Shade Room, Neighborhood Talk, any blog site that has a problematic, misogynistic post on it, anything that's gonna have red pill, woman versus man, all of that bullshit they post for engagement. Yeah, that shit, he's gonna be right up under the comments with something ignorant to say on behalf of some nigga at all times.
You what the deal is. I don't need to come and do some weird nebulous shit behind closed doors. No, I told you straight up. I don't want you on my Instagram no more because you be bringing the conversation down when really what you should be attempting to do is listen, learn, and level up. Perhaps then you would not be currently divorced, referring to your ex-wife as your baby mama. Ugh. There was once upon a time where me and Scrap were homies. We were young people in a business that was wild. And then at a certain point, as always happens, niggas get money and start feeling themselves and start acting a mess. But let's keep it a buck. Y'all really couldn't care less about whether I told Bambi whatever or not. You really just want to know, is it true? You really want to know, like, did I sleep with little Scrappy? And I think it's fascinating how much we care about who slept with who. And there's so much terrible fucking trash shit happening in the world today that if this was the least thing that I could provide for y'all, you know what? The answer to that is yes. Yeah. The tea has been provided.
I told y'all.
Now you telling me that my late blooming suburban Orlando young Amanda Diva self would not be lured by the chesticles of this young anti-alien? Exactly. A lot of y'all just don't know my history. And so that's why like, things are so confusing to you. Like I literally had a whole other name. My name was Amanda Diva. I was a host on MTV Sucker Free Sunday. At the same time, I was writing for Double XL and The Source. I was also a DJ, a member of the Affiliates. I was also at the same time a host on Sirius Satellite Radio, like fully immersed in hip hop. The only people I was around were literally rappers, DJs, and record execs. I slept with this man in a whole other decade. He also said we dated, and I think that's a gross exaggeration. We were friends with benefits. He became a very disrespectful person. And so he was excised from my life.
Oh, so he did what he always does. Act like a complete and utter jackass when he can't get his way, when he can't overpower a woman, when he can't make you do what he wants you to do, then he becomes difficult, disagreeable, an asshole.
I don't exist in the confines of the petty, messy, conflict-ridden perimeters of the reality TV space. So I wouldn't even consider that to be something that is of an issue. I am also a grown adult person, and I am able to have a conversation with somebody without holding any type of weird space for the fact that I have had an interaction with the person they're talking about in my previous years of life. Like we should all be able to do that. And there's a patriarchal sense of possession that I think is what disrupts people's ability to do that. What I love about Small Doses Podcast.
Which is why I tell y'all all the time, you don't own people, you experience them. And that is something we need to try to unwrap ourselves from. We all experience jealousy and all of those things when we are in relationships. But essentially, you need to unlearn feeling like you own people and that people should be fighting over you and all of this egotistical, low vibrational bullshit.
Is that people consider it to be a safe space. And I love that she felt safe to come to that space. So safe that while she was in the space, I did tell her. Small doses.
All right. Okay, so did you get a lot or no?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did you know that I used to fuck with Scrap?
No. I did not.
Back in my youthful days.
Oh my gosh, I did not know that. I knew that you guys knew each other.
When I was what, 23?
Wow.
I was 21.
I did not know that.
And then his mom turned to me we were at a Hooters, classy, and she turned to me and said, "You make some beautiful grandbabies."
Oh,
and I was like, "I gotta get
out of here! Please get me out of here!" Oh my gosh.
Yes, there is a story about little Scrappy in my book.
Really?
Yes. I gotta go back.
And I have the book. And Wow.
I will show you the story. I do not name them.
Really?
But there's a story about this.
Okay, yeah, you got to tell me what the story is.
I will tell you the story. So when I'm talking, I'm like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so you know.
What you see here is two grown adult women. That's what you see. You see two grown adult women having a conversation.
And no woman that is solidified in her womanhood should be upset about some shit that happened when she wasn't even in the picture. Or for that matter, before her relationship with the person, before her marriage to the person. It shouldn't matter. Like, what? And also, when the fuck was Amanda pregnant?
About their experiences with the same person. It's literally just like, this is what happened to me. Oh, that's what happened to you. Oh, that's what happened to me. Oh, that's what happened to you. The weird part is this idea that there would not be conversation about shared experiences without it somehow being disrespectful to do so. Like, literally, that's odd to me. That's odd. It's odd. It's odd. But I want to say this too. Even if I hadn't told Sister Bambi, why would I need to? What relevance does a tryst that I had with Daryl Richardson in the early aughts, what would be the pertinence of that? Why would that need to happen? I only told her because I realized within our conversation that there was enough of a safe space for me to have this conversation. Now, the further tea is that actually when she started liking my posts and commenting on my posts, I actually had said to him, like, oh, does she know that you and I had messed around back in the day? He said, no. And I said, oh, I just didn't know if you had told her. And he was like, yeah, you know, she can have a jealous streak. And I just didn't want her thinking that it would turn into that you and I like each other. At the time, I was literally pregnant. And I said this to him. I said, I'm literally pregnant as we speak. That absolutely is not going to happen for a myriad of reasons beyond the fact that there is a beating heart in my body right now. I don't know why people think that folks shouldn't share symmetries. That's a real thing. And it's also very healing for folks. Women, we deserve honesty. And I think we really serve ourselves best when we don't allow the possessive practices of patriarchy to just keep us from keeping it a buck.
Okay. And let's just say how fucked up it is for him to want to lie to his wife about something he didn't even need to lie about. And that's what I'm talking about. If I can't even trust you to not lie about something that really doesn't matter, it's not germane to us right now. Like, I don't give a fuck if you fucked Amanda Seales when you were 20 and we're 40 right now. Like, that wouldn't even matter to me. Okay. I don't even understand how somebody could really get upset about that. You know, this nigga was fucking people when he was in his 20s, right? So you got to know you might run across that person. So for him to even want to continue to lie about that just tells me that nigga will lie about any and everything. And that means you can't trust him. And so the fact that Diamond and Erica think that they're going to get a different version of Scrappy, girl, it's hilarious. And y'all will continue to play yourselves because that's what y'all hoes do.